Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. This is Cal. I've got another video for you. This is my kind of build update and my league start kind of recap video. Basically, what ended up happening is I started as Explosive Arrow Elementalist. I played that character to about level 92. I took it basically into the end game, did the bosses, the Exarch, the Eater of Worlds, and so on with that character. But I didn't really want to invest anymore. I do have some plans for that character with the explosive arrow stuff. I'm going to probably reinvest in that character. So I decided to level a skeleton mage necromancer because everyone is saying it's just so incredibly strong, and I need to try it out. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll level it and give it a shot. Usually, whenever I play Path of Exile, I like to boss. I like to do a lot of boss content. So a build like this works for me, and usually is never a problem. So the gameplay that you're seeing in the background is just me with probably about 10 to 15 exalts invested into the character, probably leaning more towards the 15 exalt side. The character has basic items for the most part. Nothing is insane here. There's a +1 wand. The shield is pretty basic. I did have a double influence helmet, a bone helmet with hypothermia and minion damage, which is nice. So it's a 6 link in the helmet. But my anime guardian is using literally 5 chaos max worth of gear. He just has the basic kind of anime guardian gear that you would expect. So I wanted to try this build out because it is just insane. It's just super, super strong. And you're seeing gameplay in the background here of me just taking down some like Awakener 8, and you'll see an Uber Elder kill, things of that nature. The build just absolutely farms. Now I've made some upgrades to the build since then. I'll probably include some of that stuff in another Awakener kill afterwards, but this is the build that you have to play. If you are looking to clear the content, if you're having any kind of issue and you don't mind the summoner playstyle, this is the build for you. I'm probably going to do a video in the next 2 or 3 days here on gearing this character for cheap and using certain strategies to get some of these like affordable items that you just can't believe that you can find on the market. Now this build essentially is just like any other type of Necro, but it uses duration-based minions that you are constantly recreating. Now because of that, it makes it more comfortable for you to have uptime of certain modifiers like minion damage if you've used a minion skill recently because you're always summoning them. Now combined with Blessed Rebirth, the medium cluster jewel notable that is more or less required for this build, the mages really don't take damage for the first 4 seconds, and you can keep proccing that over and over again. It just doesn't even make sense that this build is this strong because I have, again, nothing that insane. Now, in the next Awakener kill that I show, if I do include that, I might just put some of the items up on screen if the video looks like it's too long. But there are a few upgrades that I made that are essentially increasing the damage. I got a +2 wand. I spent about 6 exalts or more on my animate guardian, getting him the best in slot items all around so he can apply a curse. And he has Culling Strike now with the Kingmaker and things of that nature. So the character is really starting to come online for endgame content. I've done all the bosses with this character except for, I want to say, probably Uber at Ziri. I haven't done Uber at Ziri, but I've done Maven, Awakener, Uber Elder, Shaper, Elder, Solo. I've done all the Conquerors, all the Shaper Guardians. I've done most of the invitations. I haven't done the Feared yet because I haven't gotten the Cortex. I can easily buy it, I guess, if I really want to run it. But this build is pretty insane. So it's probably one of the strongest builds I've played at the start of a league. And I really did enjoy Explosive Arrow, but basically re-leveling and getting this character set up was worth it because it just has so much potential in the end game. And since I like doing bossing content so much, this once I set this character up, it'll just be my character that I log into, do the feared, the hidden, and all the other invitations. Now, my overall defenses on this build, especially in this recording, are not that amazing. My shield really doesn't have life percent on block. It doesn't have things of that nature. But my items are okay. They're just okay at best. So when I did the Elder Slayer invitation, that's the new invitation that was added that has the 4 Cyrus Conquerors all at once. I did die 2 times in that invitation. Baron is pretty tough if he spawns in right away, and I of course was alking it and running it like if it's not going to be a challenge. So that's pretty much how that went, but it's still very, very doable. And once I upgraded the gear now, I'm going to be putting it through some more testing to see just how it's going to play out. Now, if this is a build that you think you might enjoy, you definitely want to play it. You can realistically do all the content in the game. This build can do 100% Delirium probably if you kept pushing it. It for sure can do Simulacrum. 100% Delirium will probably be a little bit of a challenge because some of the map modifiers are just crazy and you could get killed just from random projectiles off screen. But if you continue to invest in a character like this, it has so much damage that you can essentially have your minions kill everything before they're able to kill you. Now this Uber Elder here, for example, is very clean. There's really no frustration. There's no mistakes. There's no deaths. There's nothing that's really, going wrong here. My friend just wanted completion, so I was like, okay, I can do an Uber Elder really quick. I had 2 of the fragments, bought the other 2, and then just ran it, hoping, for a Watcher's Eye. But minion minion builds are always like this, in the sense of you can play perfect mechanics, and your minions are going to do everything for you. In this Uber Elder kill, I basically am not even getting hit by anything serious. And at this point, I still don't have the life percent on block shield. I'm still using my regular flat life on block shield that I had with mana reservation. So this is the build. It's absolutely insane. So I'm going to put out a video in the next few days just kind of showcasing how you can snipe some of these items for really cheap, and some strategies on how you actually can utilize crafting a +2 wand and turn that risky craft, which most times you will lose currency on if you're not lucky. You can at least alleviate some of the loss that you would normally get from crafting it, because does it does get pretty expensive, and if you don't hit the +2 in 12 tries, it really starts to feel bad. So it actually took me, I did over 22, I think I did 21 or 22 4-socket resonators, and I never got +2. So I just caved. At that point, I was over 1,000 chaos in the hole. I just caved and I just bought a +2 basic one. I did reforge keeping prefixes, and I crafted on trigger, so the wand at least could be in the +2 state and be usable. So that's the Uber Elder kill. Build is super strong. I'm going to include another Cyrus kill as well after this, but this is essentially how strong this build can be on under 20 exalts. And realistically, you could even make the argument that you could go even on a way cheaper budget than this. I'm doing I'm doing a bone helmet. People have killed Cyrus and Uber Elder and things like that with just the 5-link Fleshcrafter body armor and nothing else really. So it's definitely doable. You'll have to play a little bit more of the mechanics. Maybe you might die 1 or 2 times, but the build can be achieved in a smooth functioning state, I want to say probably for about 5 exalts, depending on when you decide to do it. Doing it now is actually really good because the cost of all the items have come way down. The Dead Reckoning Cobalt Jewel that's required for the build to work is like 15-20 chaos. Easily farmable if you league start late. You can do Chaos Recipe and just buy that right away. Going into maps, you'll have that. So the build is pretty incredible. I mean, I've said that multiple times, but it feels so good. It's just unreal how strong summoners can be. And it honestly is kind of frustrating because whenever I want to play other builds, people will be playing summoners and they can clear content much faster. As far as bossing goes anyway, they can do it safer and they can do it faster, and usually on less of an investment than I'm doing it on other builds. So every now and then, I like to set up a summoner. I haven't played, so I guess I did play Arakali's Fang last league with Mage Blood, but I don't really view that as a traditional style summoner, but I guess it still is. But I haven't really played summoner in a while, so I kind of was on a break from playing Necro for a little while. I think the last time I played one I played one as a league starter in Expedition, but I quickly swapped off of that build. So let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry for no uploads for a week. I've been having some trouble with my mouse, and I've been trying to figure it out. It's making editing impossible, so I'm going to need to actually get another mouse if I can't rectify this. For whatever reason, when I hold down the left click and I try to do anything, it's just not cooperating with me. So it's just giving me a lot of issues. I'll see if there's anything I can do to fix it. I tried cleaning it and stuff like that, but I'm not really sure what's causing it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. If you made it this far, if you have any maybe like things that you would want to learn on Path of Exile, leave a comment and I can try to see if I can do a video on it. Just any suggestions are fine. But I do have crafting guides I'm going to be uploading here in the next week. I just kind of got delayed a little bit between the league start and then my mouse kind of messing up because I just could not edit in Adobe Premiere at all. So my name is Kel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll leave my profile in the description if you want to take a look at the gear that I have on my Necromancer currently.